Yes, people, welcome back to another stream, man. How we doing? We've got a player ratings for you today. Hopefully you guys are well. Obviously, off the back of the draw yesterday, City versus Brighton. Bit of a weird game. First half was pretty good, and then the second half was pretty crap, but it is what it is. Obviously, City body won the league, and big up to Brighton, secured European football for next season. Big up to them. But yeah, man, we've got the player ratings coming for you. Before we get into it, man, make sure you smash a like on the stream if you've not done so already. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Hugh, I've not seen your review yet. Just sort of like summary. What did you think of it?
Yeah, it's kind of a quick one because there wasn't a huge amount to say other than like it was kind of semi-expected, wasn't it? It is human nature after you put in the results and performances they did for nearly 3 months, non-stop, 3 days to eventually get your hands on the trophy, have a good old tear up to celebrate, to play it then on Wednesday was not ideal. The reality is no one wanted to be there. No one wanted to play. Didn't lose. The unbeaten streak continues. No harm.
However, the man did think it was 0-0.
We all hungover, man. We're all hungover.
At the beginning review, he's like, we all know it was 0-0. He says, we all know it was 0-0. And then I didn't realize that he said that either until afterwards when I watched it back. I was like, oh shit, he said 0-0.
I don't know why I did. I think in my head it was just a boring game. I was like 0-0 draw. I don't know what happened, but you done me dirty. You could have edited that out or put in a little disclaimer.
I didn't know though. I didn't realize either.
That's up to you. Post-production. Everyone blamed Jordy Porty for that error. Yeah.
Your words, didn't it? They came out of your mouth, not mine.
Funny man. Yeah, we're gonna get into the play ratings, guys. Make sure you drop a like on the stream and get those likes past 75. Big up to our Xtra Club members. Link is in the description. Pin comment if you want to help support the channel grow. Let's go to Ortega then. So we played 90 minutes in the game yesterday. 6 saves. Again, prevented 1.14 goals. 2 run-outs, both successful. Had a 58 passes, 46 complete. That's a 79% completion rate. But most of them incomplete passes were long balls. And that's it from him. Made the saves that you expected him to make. Obviously, couldn't do anything about the Enciso goal. What a hit that was. The rest of the saves that he made, you do expect him to make those saves. But again, pretty solid. There was a couple of times he received the ball when we tried to play out for the back. They didn't look quite as comfortable as Edison, but that's natural, of course. No one in the world's as comfortable as him. But yeah, solid player, isn't he? And I'm going to give him I give him a 7.3.
I was going to go 7.5. I thought it was all right. It did look a bit wild on the ball at times, but I'm fine for it. Yeah, I mean, like you said, they were not going to get the same composure that we get from Edison, but he made some good saves as well.
Yeah, I thought he was decent. I think for a backup goalkeeper, he's absolutely excellent. There's no keeper in the world is going to be as good as Edison with the ball at his feet. That's my opinion. I think he's the best footballing goalkeeper. But Ortega, fantastic shot stopper, and in cup games and games where Edison may need a break, Ortega is good and has been very good. So yeah, I'll give him like a 7.5. I think he's solid, man.
First. We'll go to Kyle Walker then. Again, played 90 minutes yesterday. 2 clearances made, 5 ground duels, 3 of them won. 2 aerial duels, 2 of them won. He also had a 91% pass accuracy, misplaced only 4 passes in the game. 1 cross, which was successful, and 4 long balls, 2 successful. Also made 3 dribble attempts, all successful. Yeah, again, pretty okay from Kyle Walker. I did feel that yesterday, there was moments where you could tell that he wasn't sprinting just as fast as normal, just because he didn't want to sort of risk any hamstring injury. But played well and not injured, which is, for me, the main thing.
I mean, that's the main thing about everyone, really, isn't it? like every player that we come to is just not injured, so that's a bonus. Like, we can't be expecting major performances from these like he were being serious. Like, although we're giving like 7.5s and that, they're probably a lot lower on the scale because the performance wasn't great. City with a hangover, I'll say. And it'd be very different if it was a full strength City side going full for it. But again, I thought Kyle Walker's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Like it's weird though, because the second half was so dead. First half was chaos, and then the defense looked terrible in the first half because of the chaos. So it's a weird one. But when I think about individual performances, I thought Kyle Walker was fine.
I thought he was fine too. And he's one of those players we know he was out Sunday night. He 100% was out Sunday night.
Oh, without a doubt.
And deservedly so as well. So to not be at your best, but you know what? To be fair, now I thought he did a half decent job on Matoma, as the commentator said. He was on Matoma like the Flash. He was on him like the Flash. So big up Kyle Walker. I think he did a very good job on a very good players. But like I said, man was out. He was enjoying himself. They're allowed champions again.
I mean, even Pep said it, didn't he? He said he was happy with the performance, given the fact that 40 hours ago they were all partying and that, up drinking. So. Pep's happy. We should be happy.
Yeah, I go 7.8.
Yeah, I think I'll go with that 7.8.
Yeah, I got it as well.
Brilliant. Big up to Anthony with the super chat. Says, what is John Stones? Well, we'll come on to John Stones now. 84 minutes played before he went off with some tightness. 2 clearances, 2 block shots, 2 ground duels. One of them won. 1 aerial duel. One of them won. 92% pass accuracy, 1 long ball, which was also successful. I actually think he had a great game yesterday, John Stones. I thought he's probably another one that was probably on the sauce on Sunday night and probably Monday as well. In my opinion, he needs to do better for the Enciso goal, doesn't close him down. And I just thought there was a few moments as well when the ball got crossed in, he didn't look fully on it. I imagine that he was still very hungover. But yeah, it's obviously just about he obviously went off with this muscle tightness. Now, obviously, Rodri had spoke about the muscle tightness from John Stones, and he said he's fine. He went down to make a substitution, but I asked him, he was pretty good. So sounds like he's going to be okay. Sounds like there's no issue there. Obviously great news.
They were probably instructed to, if you feel anything, go down.
Yeah,
if you feel anything, go down, get yourself off that pitch. And that's what John Stones did.
If it was more hinging on that game, if it was a more important game, Stones, in my opinion, would have stayed on and finished that game.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah, of course. But again, like it was more of a
Precaution.
protect players at all costs, innit? So protect yourself, really. If you feel anything at all, get off. I didn't think Stones was great. Our defense wasn't really great, to be honest. Kyle Walker had a good game against Matoma, I was said there, but I don't think our defense was great at all.
Stones also playing the slightly different role to what he has done for the past few weeks, wasn't he? He was playing more of just an out centre half, and he
wasn't doing that midfield thing in it as well.
Yeah, so like it was slightly different for him. And I don't know about you guys, but when I go on a night out, like a proper night out, it takes me a good 2, 3, 4 days before I feel back to my full HP. You know, I've fully got back to my strength. So if they had a proper good tear up, which I hope they did because they deserve it, you know, they're never going to look their best. They're never going to look their best.
Yeah. No, that's fair, and I agree. Yeah, I'm gonna give him 6.9.
I was gonna give it a 7.
I'll give him a 6.8.
Okay, let's move on to Rodri then. Obviously played a weird position yesterday as well. 90 minutes played, 2 clearances, 6 ground duels, 3 of them won, and 3 aerial duels, 2 of them won. A 92% passing accuracy, 3 long balls, 2 successful, 2 dribble attempts, 1 successful. I don't really remember him doing much wrong, but he was just very quiet because, of course, he wasn't in his normal position. So, yeah, it's quiet for him.
You know what? He actually looked all right at times, but then again, it's because Rodri's all right on the ball. The man's calm. But I think as a whole, like I said a minute ago, the whole defense did look shaky, but then it's completely different like defense that we're used to in it. So there's no like real partnerships there or anything like that. You're not going to expect it to be solid. I thought it was all right. I mean, it wasn't the best, wasn't the worst I've ever seen a player play there.
He was all right.
He's better than John Stones.
He had a couple misplaced passes, Rodri, but which is a bit unusual for him. But that's about it. There was one he passed like just straight over for a throw in, straight over the sideline. But
I remember that.
It's no big deal. There's no disasters to speak about. He was fine, man. Rodri's always fine. He's consistently, at the very least, fine, if not much better.
Yeah, I'll give him 7.3.
Yeah, 7.4 for me.
I was going to say 7.4.
Cool. Okay, Rico Lewis played 90 minutes yesterday, 4 clearances, 1 block shot and 1 interception. 5 ground duels, 7 in total. 1 aerial duel, didn't win that. At an 85% passing accuracy, 9 misplaced, and 1 long ball, which was successful, and 3 dribble attempts, all successful. I thought actually it was a bit of a weird one for Rico Lewis yesterday because I thought his overall performance was very, very good and very, very strong. But I do think he lets himself down sometimes when he gets the ball and drives forward. In my opinion, he's one of the best in the team, if not the best in the team at doing that, in getting the ball and moving out of tight spaces because he's so small and agile. He's really, really good. But then sometimes after he's done it, simple passes, he doesn't put enough on it or they're inaccurate. I think he needs to tighten that up. But of course, he's still young, so he's still developing and learning. But I think if he can get better at that, then I think his overall performance will improve. But that's the only real blemishes on his game. Taking into consideration his age and the fact that he's still in a massive development phase, I thought it was very, very good again.
I thought it was good. He just needs to work, like I say, he needs to work on his passing. He's really good on the ball. Really good on the ball. It's just his passing that's letting him down. Works on that, tightens that up a little bit. All's good. But yesterday, I did think he had a good performance, though. I think he had a really good game yesterday.
I thought he was terrific. I thought he was really, really, really good for his age, and he does that all the time. He's done that all season. He's looked beyond his own years. But you're right. He's got a few things to just tighten up, but that'll come with age. That'll come with experience once he gets fully comfortable with the tempo and the pace of the Premier League, and he's fully used to it week in, week out. I think that's something he'll tighten up on. He's quite clearly a fantastic technical footballer, and he reads the game really well. So there's a lot to look forward to with Rico Lewis. There really is.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm going to give him a 7.8.
I'll go with that.
I'm going to give him an 8.
I was thinking about 8. I was thinking about 8. Let's move into the midfield. Daniel Kai Gundogan, 90 minutes played in the game. 90 passes, misplaced just 6 of those. That's a 93% passing accuracy. Also with 1 key pass in the game. 3 long balls, all successful, and 1 shot blocked. 3 dribble attempts, non-successful. He won 4 out of 11 ground duels and won his only aerial duel. And he also made 1 interception in the game. He was the Mr. Experienced man yesterday, wasn't he? He was the man that, like, I didn't really want to see because I wanted to see some good football, but he was the man who was like, nah, we just need to chill out. This game means nothing. The last thing we need is an injury. So let's just keep the ball, keep it ticking over. And that's what he did. He showed his experience, and he's a captain. And to be fair, he did exactly what he probably should have done. It's just as a fan, I wanted more.
I mean, we wanted more of the madness, the first half madness, but the second half, Gunnar was like, we're not having that again. He was like, we're gonna keep hold of this. So every time he gets the ball, turns around, runs back a little bit, passes it off, always passing backwards. But the experience is there. You know what I mean? And as well, when we in the first half, when it was a little bit of a madness, we was trying like loads of flicks and that, and Gundo was doing bits, Gundo was like, he'd have two players pushing him and get past him, man, and all his little like first time passes and stuff. He was doing bits at times, so I was pretty impressed with that, especially because the intensity at one point looked really good from City. But yeah, other than that, second half, he literally just chilled us out. He was like, we're just going to coast through this. He wasn't asked about getting the win.
You could tell he had another few gears to go up if he was really arsed. Yeah, I think both teams were kind of.
That was in neutral, bro. It wasn't in a gear. It was just chilling.
There you go. I think
he was closer to reverse.
I think both teams were kind of happy with the one each because Brighton needed the point to get European football, and then City were kind of just no injuries. Let's take it handy. So we'll all settle on one each. So Gundo went full Jack Grealish 2022 mode. Get the ball, turn back, pass it backwards. Keep it nice and calm. Nothing too expansive. Nothing too chaotic. And we'll all go home happy people. So he just showed his experience and his game management, his game control.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him a 7.5.
Yeah, I'll match that. 7.5 is fine.
Snap. 7.5.
A big Anthony Ake is probably back in training today, tomorrow, any time now, bro. So yeah, Nathan Ake back in training any day now. So
be interesting to see if he gets minutes at the weekend.
I'd imagine that he'll probably come on as a sub. I would imagine.
Yeah.
He should do.
Or maybe play the second half or something like that. He could do with a good 30, 40 minutes, really. Let's go to Bernardo Silva. Played 84 minutes yesterday. 72 passes with a 93% pass completion. 2 key passes, 2 crosses, both successful. 2 long balls, unsuccessful. 4 ground duels. One of them won, and 3 aerial duels. One of them won. Made 1 clearance, 1 block shot, 1 interception. And that's the stats from Bernardo Silva. A bit similar to Gundogan in the sense that didn't really do much. Just ran around, probably thinking to himself, this game means nothing. And didn't do anything mint, didn't do anything bad. Just again, pretty standard.
Sat quite deep at times as well, which I mean, I guess I can see a reason for that, but at the same time, ain't really it for me. I want Bernardo push a little bit further up, but I mean, he gave energy, but Bernardo always does that. I think he knew the assignment. He was like, yeah, we don't need to win this game. He was like, these are just basically pre-season matches.
Yeah, just get the minutes done in it.
I'm not mad about him when he plays that deeper role. I don't like him a lot.
I don't like it.
Like you said, he knew this. I think people like him, Gundo and Rodri, probably a couple of others I can think of as well. They were just in that mode of get through the game. We don't want any injuries. They know they're going to have a massive, massive part in that week between the 3rd and the 10th of June. So we don't want any risks. We don't need any torn muscles, any hamstring strains or calf strains. No annoying niggles like that. Just get through it. And like I said, we'll all go home happy people. Bernardo was quite clearly on that. It was just game control. Stop chaos, break it out, and do our thing. We're good enough that when we're not, or when we're in neutral, as you say, we can still control the game.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'll give him, thought it was worse than Gundogan. I give him a 7.
I'll go 7.2.
I'll do 7.1.
Cool. Okay, let's go to the attackers then. Riyad Mahrez on the right. Oh, in fact, we've missed Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne was subbed off after 57 minutes. 24 passes, 22 successful. Only misplaced 2 passes whilst he was on. And that included 1 key pass, 2 crosses, 1 successful, 1 long ball, which was successful. 4 ground duels, 4-1, 2 aerial duels, not 1. And that was the end of the stats from Kevin De Bruyne. I can't lie, even though I wanted the second half to pop, I was kind of happy that he was subbed off, man, after an hour. And yeah, probably do the same against Brentford because that guy is going to be crucial, of course, against Chelsea. Got injured, didn't he? So we need him fully fit, man, for this time.
Funny enough, I remember more about him getting subbed off than I do about his actual performance.
Yeah,
I genuinely don't remember it. Like I don't remember Kev existing. When you said Kev, then I was like, what? But yeah, but I remember when he went off because me and you were gassed.
Mm.
So yeah, happy he went off early. But yeah, I think he was nowhere really. He put the ball in for the Foden header. Is that? Oh yeah, the Foden header. That's the one where he should have scored. Yeah, when literally just above the post. That's fair then. But yeah, other than that, I don't remember him doing anything.
Mm.
Yeah, my favorite part of his performance was him walking off the pitch because I think 60 minutes. It's the sweet spot. It's the perfect amount to keep him, match kind of sharp, match fit. And the thing with Kev is he is one of those players that is prone to getting those little niggles, those little cramps, those little pains. So the less he does in a match, get last night and on the weekend, the better. As long as we don't lose and it's not an embarrassment. Wrap Kev in cotton wool as much as possible while keeping him sharp. It's about balance with Kevin De Bruyne. So happy out, man. Great walk off the pitch. Congratulations.
Mm. Yeah. 7.
Yeah, 7 for me.
7 for me.
Cool. Okay, we had Mahrez 90 minutes in the game yesterday. 1 shot blocked, 3 dribbles, 2 successful, 31 passes, misplaced 3 of those. That's 3 key passes as well. 1 cross, which was successful. 11 ground duels and won 8 of those. 2 aerial duels, 1-1, and also blocked a shot as well. Obviously put a great ball in for the goal, didn't he? He was really good on that. Thought he did okay. Did some good defensive work as well, actually, yesterday, which is, good for him and good for his sort of chances of playing against United and Inter Milan. But yeah, I thought he was actually a bit lively. I thought the ball that he played in for Haaland was great. And like I say, did some great defensive work.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. It was actually it's like he kind of had a free roll yesterday. At times he was like very in the middle. Then at times he was pushed out wide like you usually see in him. I thought it was good. I thought it was good yesterday. I'd say good ball in for the goal. But I have nothing really much more to say.
I was pleasantly surprised with Riyad Mahrez with his defensive side of things because that's something I've made it clear that I'm not usually over happy with Riyad Mahrez is his enthusiasm to get back and help out defensively. But I thought he did that quite well last night. And you're right, he had a bit of a free roaming role and it was okay. I mean, nothing to sing home about, nothing too special. He's also thinking about that big week coming up. So fine, no injury. We'll need him. He's going to be huge. Happy days.
Yeah, I thought he was one of the better players. I believe it was 7.8.
7.7 for me.
Yeah, I give him a 7.6.
Cool. Okay, let's go to the other wing then. Phil Foden subbed off after 51 minutes. He got 1 goal, 1 shot on target, 1 shot off target, 2 dribble attempts, hit the woodwork as well, obviously off the header. 24 passes, misplaced 3 of those, 4 key passes and 2 big chances created, 2 ground duels, 2-1. And also made 1 clearance and blocked a shot as well. I thought he was man of the match even though he got subbed off after 50 minutes. I thought he was clear man of the match for the City team anyway. And obviously it's a bit of a shame about the sort of injury situation. Hopefully he's okay. Pep Guardiola did speak about the injury after the game. And he said Foden had a knock in the first half, problems in the leg. The doctor told me it was dangerous, so we didn't take any risks. John Stones felt tight; he didn't have anything, but we didn't want to take the risk. So hopefully it's nothing serious. Because if he plays again against Brentford and plays like he did today, I tell you now, Jack Grealish might have to watch out because Phil Foden yesterday was incredible, by far man of the match. He was great.
I mean, all Riyad Mahrez has to watch out. Right wing Phil is sick.
Or Mahrez, or Bernardo.
Yeah. Bernardo, yeah. I thought Foden was sick, mint. He did not get the game plan. Man was not on the same wavelength. He was like, nah. Because, and I said this in the watching, I was like, you've got some players that will want to fight because they'll want to be able to put their name forward to be in the teams that are going to play in them finals. So as much as it is dead games, Foden's one of them players who's want to go all out, show he can do his best because he's going to want to put himself forward for their matches. Whereas if he doesn't do that, he ain't going to give himself that opportunity because we're just going to stick with what we know, really. But I thought Phil was mint. Absolutely mint. I said it in the thing, like, he could have had 2 assists and a goal. Haaland could have had 2 assists and a goal. Was that right? An assist and 2 goals. Something like that. I should have scored that header, but other than that, I thought it was sick.
Yeah, I thought it was sick too. I thought it was really sick. I think you're right. The thing with Foden is he knows that he's not guaranteed to start in either of those 2 games. So that game last night and the game on the weekend, if he plays, they're almost like trial runs. They're kind of like, go show us what you can do, and he's trying to take that opportunity. I think he made, even in the time that he played last night, he made a pretty good argument for himself to be
definitely
in contention. So listen, we know with Phil Foden, man, when he's on his game and when he's fit and he's healthy, and he's fresh, he's sometimes unplayable. And last night he looked like he could get to that level again because he was out for a while. But yeah, man, last night he was sick. He was sick. I wish he scored that header. But his actual goal was still good. So big up Phil Foden.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 8.3.
I was going 8.5.
I was going to say 8.5.
Cool. And Erling Haaland, 90 minutes played yesterday, got 1 assist, 1 shot on target, 5 shots off target. He missed 2 big chances, had 18 passes, succeeded in 11 of them. And yeah, some other
Should have had a goal.
Should have had more than a goal. Should have a few goals.
But I mean, like, what actually went into the back of the net? Should have had a goal.
Should have had a hat trick.
Well, should have had a hat trick. Yeah, he should have had a hat trick. He had a header, which should have scored. He had the 1-on-1, which is.
Oh yeah. No. I know what you mean by that. Like, but I mean, like the one that actually went in. That one should have been a goal. Like the one that was ruled out, that should have been a goal. He should have scored other ones. Yeah, the guy was a bot. Guy's checked out. Guy checked out as soon as he got that record. Man, I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah.
He's on 1 in 6 now. He's on 1 goal in 6 games, which I'm pretty sure
1 in 6. Unheard of for him, isn't it?
It's his worst. It's by far his worst since he's arrived at the club. But look, man, it's been a heavy season for him too. Let's just hope it's similar to the players we're talking about, taking it handy and saving his battery for the rest of the season for that big week, because he's going to play. Like, it doesn't matter what form he's in going into it. He's going to start both those games. But last night, I feel for him, man. He looked frustrated because he definitely could have had a hat trick. And how close is he to that Dixie Dean record? Is it out of the question?
Done. It's like
it was done at Leeds. Leeds was the one where really he needed like a hat trick somewhere. He needed a hat trick, and Leeds, he had a chance of scoring like 4 or 5 and just shut the bed. So that's basically what he done.
What a hat trick last night put him on 40.
Brentford.
Is he on 36 or 37 now? Premier League
37 now.
He would have got 40 if he'd scored.
Oh wait, no, is he on 37 now? Because he that goal didn't count last night, so I think he might be 36.
He's on 36,
Yeah.
But it was not the best performance. But in the end, did score a goal, and that should have been a goal. So the referee ruled it out, even though Colwell fouled him first. So referees are just shocking, because if the referee's given a free kick for that, then he should give a penalty, because Colwell pulled his shirt first. So I ain't trying to be like a kid, in the school grammar. Like, he did it to me first. But like, if you give a free kick against Haaland for pulling his shirt, then why haven't you give a penalty against Colwell for pulling his shirt, which happened 2 seconds prior? So it was a joke decision, to be honest with you. And it is what it is. But yeah, not a great performance from Erling Haaland yesterday in terms of in front of the net. I'm gonna give him a 6.
I had 7. He's still got an assist, so I was gonna give it 7.
I was gonna say 6.5. I think he has to score at least one of those. The header and then the one through on goal. I'd expect him to score at least one. I think 6.5.
Yeah, man, his touches, man. The last 2 touches were arse as well. He took so long for that 1-on-1.
Yeah, a few words about Cole Palmer. He come on. I thought he looked lively again on that left-hand side. He's playing his best football, obviously, in the last 2 games since basically all season. So it's good to see him getting some minutes and playing all right. And like I say, he did all right on that left-hand side. I would like to see him on the right, of course. It's not happening at the moment, but played all right, didn't he?
I thought it was all right. I have no problems with him coming on. He looked good against Chelsea. Looked good last night. I imagine we'll see him get some minutes against Brentford as well, which is good, man, because it's something that we was kind of not promised, but we was kind of expecting to see a lot more of Cole Palmer this year. We've not seen it, but it's good to see him in these last few games actually doing bits.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what the plan is for him now. Do they send him out on loan, or do they want to keep him with the squad for a year? I'm genuinely really intrigued to see what Pep thinks. Like, has he done enough? Has he shown enough to Pep to warrant another year in the squad?
Or is it that we're not going to go for a winger? There's barely any winger news linked with us. We're not going to go for a winger. The reason that you keep seeing Cole Palmer push onto the left-hand side is Pep's forcing him to be a left-sided winger to fill that role that we need to rotate with Jack Grealish.
What, and then Foden rotates with Mahrez on the right?
Mm-hmm. Or Foden can do both, can't he? He can be versatile.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I would lean towards keeping him 100%. I think he's a fantastic footballer, and we've spoken a lot about in recent weeks how he's not even playing his natural position. And I think the analogy that I gave of asking Mahrez to play in the left wing, I think it's the same as asking Cole Palmer to play in the left wing, but he's still showing he's got a bit of something over there. So I would be in favor of keeping Cole Palmer. What about you guys?
Yeah, I kind of favour it at the moment. I think if we get another winger, then yeah, loan him out. But then if we don't get another winger, I'm in favour of keeping him. I just don't see him getting on that right hand side at all. Like you got Riyad Mahrez there, you've got Phil Foden there above him, and if Bernardo stays, you got Bernardo above him. And at left hand side, yeah, you can play Phil Foden there, but you got Jack Grealish there. So I think there is space there for him, which is a shame really because he doesn't get to play in his normal position.
But the thing that's kind of what you sign up for when you join a Pep Guardiola squad, and when you agree to join Pep's team. It's like no one has a set position. We've made.
You need to be versatile.
Yeah, man. Pep.
Look at John Stones, man. John Stones is now like a CDM and a centre back. You got Akanji now, right back, left back, and centre back.
Yeah, Pep wants players first of all with high footballing IQ. Second of all, as important as that, obviously, is technical ability. So that means he can piece his jigsaw whatever way he wants. He can put you wherever the fuck he wants. So that's kind of what you don't go. You like Cole Palmer can't go to Pep and be like, listen, I am a right winger. I demand to play on the right wing. Because Pep be like, you won't be at this team. You won't be at this club. If that's your attitude.
Yeah. No, I agree. I thought Pep done a great job yesterday managing the side. It could have been stinky yesterday, given the fact that the players were out probably for a couple of days on the sesh or just like up late or whatever. He done a great job. I thought the subs were good, getting Kevin De Bruyne off. And it'll be interesting to see what he does against Brentford. Of course, some of the players that maybe weren't involved yesterday, I would imagine will get some minutes against Brentford. But I would like to beat Brentford. I think going into Man United, I'd like to do that on the back of a win against Brentford. So I'd like to see us just pick up the intensity ever so slightly and not drop off as much in the second half. But yeah, I thought Pep done a great job, man.
Yeah,
I thought Pep was decent.
Yeah, I thought it was very good. I thought his management, that's all we wanted, really, wasn't it? For these next two games was just good management, no one being over-exercised and over-exhausted. And I think Pep did the best he could. I mean, Pep can't do anything about John Stones and Phil Foden picking up knocks, but he still minimized the minutes of the likes of Kevin De Bruyne and that kind of thing. So happy out with Pep, man. I want to ask, what did you think of the Brighton players? Did any Brighton players stand out to you that you'd say you might like at City? And that Enciso's a bad man.
And Cesar looked good, The second time I've seen him now looking good. He looked good against Arsenal.
I think he looked good against us.
Yeah, he looked good, man. Obviously scored a worldie. I think the guy only scores worldies. Yeah, I thought he was sick, man. I thought Cesar was decent last night. Where he drives forward with the balls, man.
Yeah, I was impressed by Estupinian. I was impressed by Colwill. Not maybe a City level Colwill, but I was impressed by him. But that Estupinian, I thought he looked very, very good. I thought he was very impressive. So it'd be interesting to see what he does over the next few years.
They're a sick team, Brighton, man. I'm buzzing for them. I'm buzzing for them getting Europa League.
I'm buzzing for
it's kind of like the right move. Haaland not getting his goal, not great for Haaland, but a draw, give them Europa League. They did us a favour beating Arsenal there a couple of weeks ago. So you know what? There's your Europa League football. Congratulations, Seagulls.
Yeah. Nah, big up Brighton. I mean, you guys in the chat for joining us for today's player ratings. That is the player ratings done. Man of the match, obviously Phil Foden, even though he only played 50 odd minutes, he was really, really good yesterday. I hope that injury that he picked up, this problem in his leg yesterday, isn't serious. Because I would like to see him play against Brentford now to see if he can really challenge Grealish and Mahrez and Bernardo for a place. Because that's what you want. You want competition for places going into that Man United game. But yeah, decent performance at the end. We got the point. We didn't lose, which is important. And obviously Brighton, very good team. Looking forward to see what they do next season. They've obviously got some issues. They're going to have to sell a couple of players clearly because there's going to be clubs hunting some of them players. The Encisos, Mitsomas, Caicedo, McAllister. Colwill goes back to Chelsea. So will be
Evan Ferguson. Probably United are interested.
He's just signed a new deal. Ferguson.
Yeah. Was it? Right.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah,
cash.
There you go, guys. Anything else, lads, on the game yesterday?
Nah, that game, but glad we got through it. End of the day, we won the league, so I'm still riding the high of that with the league. Every time we schedule the watch alongs, I keep putting someone who's with the trophy. Like every time I schedule streams, it's always someone with the trophy.
Yeah, man. Right, big up, people. We'll catch you in a bit. See you later.